so much. Appreciate it, John. I'd like to thank the Sugar Bowl committee for coming out and greeting us. It's gotten to be a time-honored tradition that I've been a part of a lot of times. I always like the festive music and the guys coming out to welcome us. It's great to be here. Our players love coming to this bowl because of the extracurricular activities they're able to give us in the city of New Orleans. I know our players really enjoy it. The bowl activities are really good. And a lot of guys were looking forward to being able to come back through some of the things they didn't get to do last year. Before starting, I'd like to offer condolences to Ed Ashaw's family. You know, the time you spend in this business, you get to know people, you get to be around them, and it was a major punch in my gut when I heard the news on Ed, and it was just tragic. Tough time to hear it, but I love what he did for our profession, and he truly was one of the best at what he did. You know, our teams had 11 practices back home. They've had really good practices. I've enjoyed seeing these guys compete. We've had a lot of guys battling for opportunities to play, and they've done a tremendous job. We had to change some things up from last year. We've been able to do that. Our format of practices has been different. We've really preached fast and physical. We've had, 11 sessions that have all been right at an hour and a half, where we usually practice for 2 hours. So because of some depth and some different issues, we've really had to practice smart and get after it, and we had to do a lot of good on good. So our players have really enjoyed that, and with the competition for all the open spots, it's been really good to have those. And a lot of them have been backup spots, and twos and threes, even special teams. So it's been like starting over, and that's been fun for our guys. I really enjoyed coaching them doing that. We arrived here today, and we've been focusing on 3 things. We talked to our players about 3 things, and you're going to hear this common theme probably among our players, because for 11 practices, they've been hearing about this trip, this team, and this game. And that's really it. It's a one-game season for us. It's like a new season, and it's a one-game season. But they're focused on the trip, the team, and the game. And those are the 3 things that we're focused on most importantly. Got a lot of respect for Baylor. The job that Coach Rule's been able to do in such a short amount of time is remarkable. And the more you delve into watching them, you see his personality traits, his coaching staff's personality traits on his team. They are extremely competitive. They're extremely tough. You think about every game they've played in, they've been in a lot of tight ball games. But I got a lot of respect for the way they play. Unbelievable defensive unit. You know, their quarterback's healthy and back. And obviously have played Oklahoma tooth and nail down to two fourth quarter games. Got a lot of respect for them, and we'll have our work cut out for us as we have preparing for them. I know you guys are concerned and focused on who may or may not be here, or who is or is not playing, but that is not the concern of this team. This team is focused on who is here, and that's going to be a very common theme as well for our guys to be focused on who's playing. What we're worried about is how we can get better, how we can get this team better, and that's to go out and play a complete football game. So our guys are focused single-handedly on that. Now, I will update you on a couple injuries and other updates. James Cook is cleared to play. We don't discuss details of situations like this publicly usually, but we thoroughly reviewed this situation. In compliance with our drug policy, we tested him immediately after he had an arrest. The test was negative, and James is cleared to play. It's that simple. Not proud of his behavior, but he suffered some discipline for what he did, and that's done. So James is cleared to play, and that should be updated. Injury update: Kearis Jackson still recovering from his high ankle sprain from the SEC championship game. He has not been able to completely practice. He's running straight line. He's doing some good things, but he hasn't been full go. We hope to get him full speed this week. DeAndre Swift's been recovering from a shoulder injury, dealing with that at the end of the season. He's been able to do more and more at each practice, the last 2 doing the most, and he's been doing the most out of the last couple recent practices. We're hopeful that he's able to go and at 100% for the game. He wants to play in the game, so if he's able to go 100%, he'll be able to play. With that, I'll open it up for questions.